Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another casted game of Age of Empires 4. It's been a while, but I'm back. And we're starting off with a Corvinus game. Now, for those that are not aware, Corvinus was formerly known as Salami. He's had a bit of a name change, but this is who he is. So, Corvinus, he's going to be spawning in here on the right-hand side of the map in the color purple, playing as the Holy Roman Empire today. And his opponent spawning in on the left-hand side of the map in the color teal. It's going to be I. I'm not going to be saying that every time, so I think we just call him, probably like Barcode. That sounds about right. We'll go with Barcode. So, this may look familiar because I'm pretty sure the Mister had a Smurf account that was very similar to this name, but this is not the Mister. This is just an account currently sitting at Conqueror 3. So, you know, that's who they are. We're going to be calling them Barcode here, spawning in on the left-hand side of the map. We're here on the map Lipany, and we can see some odd spawn here. Have a look at this. We've got some nice big hill in the middle here. Now, no sacred site has spawned on top of this. Imagine if a sacred site had spawned on top of this and someone was playing Delhi. You know, this is why Delhi's so favored on a map like Lipany. But no sacred site up here, so I mean, I doubt players would be looking to capture those up super early anyway. But yeah, interesting spawn here. I mean, maybe you could look for. I mean, I guess later on in the game, it kind of favors Barcode because, you know, you got lots of wood up here that you can look to gather. It's very easy to wall up, so. Could possibly favor Barcode, but it's not a big factor in this game, at least with this matchup. Where we see Salami, or Corvinus, sorry, on the right-hand side here. He's going to be moving out for the deer. Hasn't grabbed his survival techniques. Sometimes we do see players look to grab this upgrade really early on when they move out for the deer. Something that we see the French do a lot, especially with 3DB builds with the French. He looks to grab this upgrade nice and early, but obviously for the Holy Roman Empire, it costs more than the French. But have a look at this. What is going on here, Corvinus? We got a minework palace being dropped down. What is going on? Because this is still very much seen as a meme landmark. But if you guys have been watching some of the content recently, Corvinus has been coming up with some builds for other landmarks, such as the Sultani Trade Network build. So, maybe he's found something out here with the Minework Palace that, you know, no one else has really spotted yet. Certainly a possibility here. We haven't seen too much experimentation with the Minework. We'll have to see how this does for him. You see, he's only got the 4 villagers there on the landmark. It's quite far forward as well. So this sort of indicates to us that he's going to be looking to put on a lot of pressure here in Age 2. Which does make sense if you're going to be aging up with this. So with this being so forward, I would assume we're not going to be seeing any sort of fast castle from Corvinus here. Because obviously, Marlians being Marlians, they're going to look to get out quite a few warrior scouts here in the feudal age. And, yeah, they could look to siege us down possibly. I mean, look, we don't usually see far forward landmarks unless we've got lots of feudal age aggression. So I assume that's what we're going to be seeing here from Corvinus. He's also got out the 2 prelates, so he's got some good prelate buffing abilities here. He hasn't gone up with the Archon Chapel. So, yeah, that's going to be nice for him at least. Minework is now up. The first barracks is now under construction. Now, before we do go any further, let me remind you guys, if none of you have subscribed, do subscribe. I mean, I believe it's about 20% of my audience are subscribed to the channel. So, you know, maybe we can see if we can get that to around the 30% mark. It would mean a lot to me. So, thank you to everyone that has subscribed, and it would mean a lot to me if you would subscribe if you haven't. But back to the game here, we see Corvinus now going to be grabbing his wheelbarrow, not making anything yet from the barracks. We're going to have to see what upgrades he looks to grab here, because we don't have any men-at-arm upgrades here, unique upgrades. We got Riveted Chainmail, which increases the melee armor of Spearmen and Horsemen by +2, and then we got Steeled Barring, which isn't available till the Castle Age. So I'd assume it would have to be riveted chainmail, and we see spears, and there we go, spears in the queue, as well as horsemen coming out from Corvinus here. We see here, warrior scouts are out. Corvinus, you need to be careful here of your product. The first spear does come out, but we see here, warrior scouts are just so good still. This unit is absolutely crazy. I'm amazed at how it hasn't been nerfed yet. We can see here the healing. It's 2 a second. 2 HP a second, the healing rate on this unit. It is absolutely ridiculous. And there we do see Corvinus is going to be grabbing that riveted chain mail upgrade, as well as marching drills. Going to be increasing the movement speed on these spears as well. In the base of Barcode, we see he's on the 1 stable. Hasn't dropped. Oh, no, I take that back. He has dropped down the mill. He's dropped it down here on the berry patch. We see warrior scouts trying to find some value here. They have taken quite a bit of damage off this one product. Corvinus could always look to bring the other product over and try and heal it up for just a little bit. We see those warrior scout mass starting to build up. I wonder if we'll be seeing any professional scouts out of Barcode here. We see it's already up to 3. He's got more in the queue as well, now up to 4. So professional scouts, warrior scouts could definitely be an option here, as we see Corvinus needs to be careful there. Doesn't want to lose out on a spearman, but does bring it back. Now going to heal it up with that prolop. Stable also going to get dropped down. So it looks like Corvinus is going to be going into some horsemen. Boar does get pulled though. I mean, this might actually be helpful for Corvinus here. Because, I mean, he can look to gather it now anyway. Needs to be careful. Doesn't want to lose out on a villager. He might be losing one though. Looks like he's going to be alright. So that's going to be nice for him there though. But Corvinus, he's got more problems now as the first archer makes his appearance here on the battlefield. Barcode does need to be careful though. We got the first horseman in the queue. Spearman numbers still in a really good mass here. Prolot needs to be careful though. Down to 27 HP. First warrior scout goes down. And it looks like Barcode is going to be grabbing horticulture for the time being. Not going into professional scouts. Definitely could be an option here. We see Corvinus in a pretty defensive position right now. We see, there's deer all over the map right now that Barcode could look to grab. We've seen professional scouts coming out a little bit more recently, especially in these sort of matchups where, your opponent isn't exactly playing the French. They're not out over here on this deer pack with knights on the field and whatever. So it could definitely be a possibility here for Barcode, but it doesn't look like that's what he's going to be going for the time being, as he's just sticking to the 1 TC. Just going to be making cattle from the mill, and he's going to be grabbing himself a barracks down now as well. So it's going to be archers, warrior scouts, and maybe even some Donzo. I doubt we'll be seeing Muso fighting warrior. Yeah, there it is. Donzo going to be coming out there. Corvinus now looking to put on the pressure here. 2 horsemen are down. Nice massive spears here. We see they do have marching drills, so they're going to have the increased movement speed as well as the increased melee armor. So they're not going to be taking much damage here from warrior scouts or Donzo, but they've got no bonuses for them up against archers. And now we see warrior scouts in the base once again. This is the problem with having such a far forward base here. You can't rely on TC Fire to be helping yourself out here. And it looks like Corvinus is going to be losing out on a product there. Oh, huge value right there for Barcode. So much gold gone down the drain right there. But at the same point, Corvinus, he's keeping up the pressure here in the base of Barcode. Does have to fall back though. We got a mass of 6 archers now out for our teal player. So definitely makes sense now that Corvinus does have to retreat back. And we actually see here, we've got the teeniest little choke point over here, so maybe we see Corvinus look to wall this up, possibly. I mean, I don't think it's in either player's interest to wall this up yet, so it kind of makes sense, right? I've got to be honest, though. If Corvinus went for a fast castle here into a Regnance and just looked to wall this up, he could be looking in a really, really good position when it comes to relic count. But it's not the approach he's going to be going for, as, he's testing out the mine work here. He's grabbing his Steeled Arrow upgrade now as well, which is an interesting choice, considering we don't have a single ranged unit out on the field yet for Corvinus. Maybe, I mean, he does have down an archery range, so maybe he looks to go into archers now. Actually, he's got double archery range. Yeah, he's going to be going into archers. Also does help out on TC Fire if, if something does go down underneath the TC. But I've got to say, we've been seeing a lot of archers coming out from the Holy Roman Empire in Age 2. Now, this isn't something that we used to see at all. This used to be really, really rare. As now we see Barcode going to be moving forward. He's got quite the mass here. He's going to be falling back, though. We see Corvinus. He's going to be wanting to take this fight. Prelate getting in on the action as well. Spears going to be engaging here onto the Warrior Scouts. Horseman trying to run around back onto the archers. Not too many archers out here for Barcode. We see the Spears just able to obliterate those Warrior Scouts. They don't have a lot of HP. They're going to be going down. It looks like Corvinus is going to be able to completely wipe this one up. Definitely a nice fight for him, but we do see the villager count starting to expand now for Barcode. We see is up by 6. That's quite the amount here, as we do see Warrior Scouts were in the wood line there. Corvinus. He's down in eco just by a little bit. We see Sofas coming out of Barcode now as well. But it's something we've been seeing a lot more from the Holy Roman Empire in Age 2, and it's archers. It's not something we used to see, but I've been casting the EGC TV B stream. That's why I've been a little bit inactive here on the channel, but basically we've been seeing a lot of Age 2 archers from the Holy Roman Empire. I think every single game I casted, it was about 5 or 6 Holy Roman Empire games that I casted. Every single one of them had Age 2 archers. It's really weird because it's not something we're used to seeing from them. But it seems to be what the meta has brought upon us here. So, you know, Corvinus is going to be making use of these Age 2 archers as well as prelates. Have a look at this. He's up to 6 prelates. He's been making them from the TC as well. So that's probably why he's down so much on builds, because he's made so many from the TC. Instead of going into the Archon Chapel, he's just going to be investing into prelates. But we see here, Corvinus. Oh no, this is terrible for him. So many Sofa here for Barcode. It looks like he's going to be able to wipe up Corvinus' army here. I mean, Corvinus still not taking a terrible fight here. He's got quite a few spears in here, able to do quite a bit of damage here onto the Sofa, as well as archers to deal with the archers from the opponent. But it looks like both players taking a pretty even fight. Probably a little bit better here for Barcode still. We see army value for Barcode just ever so slightly ahead, but Corvinus, he's got more units on the way. We see a barracks being dropped down again for him. Lots of production coming out from Corvinus right here, as we see 6 products going to be really boosting up the economy. I think this is really smart out of him. Like, obviously, you're losing out on quite a few vills. We see there Corvinus actually losing his whole army. Gonna have to retreat back. But this is really smart out of him, just investing into prelates. He's going to miss out on a villager or 2, but a prelate that can inspire 8 villagers is way better than 9 villagers, if that makes sense. So I kind of like it out of him. Obviously, you're going to be slowly falling behind in builds, but if you stick it out here in the Feudal Age with your Minework Palace and just pump out the units like we see him doing right now with the Hardened Spearmen, with more archers as well, I think this could work really well for him, because Corvinus at the moment, you know, he's slightly up in army value. And his economy it's not looking terrible at the moment, because all of his workers are inspired, and that's what really matters. So it may look like he's down in economy. He's in fact up. It just looks like it because, you know, the Marlians here do have more villagers. They're just not as effective. But the later and later we go into the game, that could change here for Corvinus, as we see he's going to be moving forward here with his army. Barcode going to be looking to go for a bit of a raid here. 6 Sofa making their way around the map. We see maybe this hill isn't as good as we were speculating in the early stages of the game, because he has to walk so far around to be able to do any sort of raids onto Corvinus. We see that archer mass already starting to build up here. He's up to 13 archers. And now we see a ram coming down. Corvinus, have a look at this. This is not something we see every day from the Holy Roman Empire, where they're ram rushing in. Well, then it isn't a ram rush, but they're building rams here in Age 2 to try and take out the opponent. It's not something we see every day. Usually when we see rams out of the Holy Roman Empire in Age 2, it's usually because they're having to clean up towers from like a Mongol tower rush or something, you know? It's not something we see every day. It's really not. And Corvinus going for a second ram here. Needs to be careful of his first ram, but we see Sofas into the wood line right here. Corvinus going to be losing out on 2 villagers. Needs to be careful here with his prelates as well. 2 of them may be going down. They're not moving. Huge value right there. We see 100 gold just got taken out. He might be even losing 2 here, but we see a fight on the front line as well, as Corvinus going to be engaging here. 7 spears going to be able to take out the sofa. We see huge archer mass still here for Corvinus. He has the blacksmith upgrades. Barcode still missing now an undermesh. Corvinus is going to be taking the better fight here when it comes to his archers. But we see javelin throws now out from Barcode. He's up to 4. And that's going to be a decent mass here to try and hold back this archer mass. As we see, Corvinus is still going to be losing out on units and villagers here in the base. Barcode now taking a 9 villager advantage. But it looks like Corvinus, you know, he's cleaned up the fit mine. Going to be cleaning up some of the houses here. And it looks like Barcode is going to have to retreat back here with the javelin throwers. Corvinus now starting to build up a real mass of archers. I mean, he's still got that huge mass of archers. And now he's going to be finding some villager kills. Exactly what he needs. And with this sofa being cleaned up as well, Corvinus is taking a huge army value lead, and Barcode, he's struggling here on the food. We see he's had to drop down more production. We see more archery ranges going to be coming down from it as he's now looking to invest into javelin throwers. And this is why we don't usually see archers up against the Malians here well, ever, really, because of these javelin throwers. Except if you're like the English. You know, then you got longbow, and we all know how strong longbow are, so. But Corvinus, you know, I can't blame him at the moment. He's doing a magnificent job. He's over double the army value, and behind this, he's going to be looking to age up here with the Regnant's Cathedral. Have a look at that, and he's going to be able to secure himself up probably 4 relics here. We see he should be able to, he may even be able to get 5. If he gets 5, that's going to be absolutely amazing for him. Barcode going to be running away with the 1 HP sofa right there. Corvinus up to 3 rams as well. He's taken out lots of eco here in terms of pit mines. So really nice here for Corvinus. He's about to age up as well. I see Barcode. He's still idling here. We see 11 workers just sitting there idled. He's going to be dropping down more houses as now. Oh, this is terrible when you're playing as the Malians. You're housed? Oh, that feels bad. That feels bad because, you know, you're playing as the Malians, you should never really be housed that much. As we see now, Barcode going to be moving out with a mass of 9 javelin throwers, trying to deny away the relics here from Corvinus. Yeah, I don't think you're going to be bringing that one home. As we do see, it does go down, but Corvinus, he's still got 5 products left on the map. I'm sure he'll be looking to pick up these relics very, very shortly. And he's still looking to keep up the pressure here on the base as we see tier 2 range defense coming in for him. No upgrades coming through yet, interestingly. He does have down the mine work, so, you know, it's a discounted price when it comes to those blacksmith upgrades. So he's going to be more than happy to grab that upgrade. As now we do finally see those javelin throwers getting taken out here. I'm not sure if Barcode found the value he was looking for with that, with this little force. That's a lot of value he lost. These units are not cheap. You see there, 80 food, 40 gold. You know, it's 120 resources. That's a lot. That's a lot. He lost almost 1,000. He lost over 1,000 worth of resources there. Corvinus now going to be dropping down a market. Going to be looking to maybe sell a little bit of wood, buy a little bit of food, possibly. In fact, probably just selling wood so he can grab his to grab his upgrades. As we do see, he hasn't been able to grab any of his upgrades yet. Still all in the feudal age state for the time being. I don't know. There we go. We do see them in the queue now. So veterancy horsemen, veterancy archers. No veterancy spearmen coming in yet though. There we go. There we go. Now it's in the queue. Corvinus still ahead when it comes to army value, but he's gonna be an age ahead when it comes to his upgrades in a second. So this is gonna be really, really nice for him. We see now Barcode gonna be moving forward here. He's got quite the ranged mass. Corvinus, he's got through, or almost got through his veterancy horseman upgrade. A fight that he's still okay taking as veterancy archers is through. Not something we see every day from the Holy Roman Empire. Veterancy archers. What is going on here today? Mine work with veterancy archers? What is going on here? But we see Corvinus, he's going to be taking this fight here. Not necessarily the fight he wants to take. I mean, he's fighting underneath the TC. Not all of his upgrades are in yet, as we do finally see there the men-at-arms upgrade does come in, but TC Fire going to be really helping out Barcode here. Huge javelin thrower mass. Javelin throwers, though, not targeting down the archers. They're targeting down the men-at-arms. And now we actually see Corvinus, because of that, is taking actually a great fight here. And so much idle time on this TC means Barcode, he has no food in the bank whatsoever. Corvinus, he's looking in such a good position. And look at this, Barcode. He's having to pull so many villagers here, 20 villagers. It's the most of his economy right now is focused either in the TC or focused onto the Rams. As now Corvinus, he has more and more units coming through. Behind this, he's got 4 relics coming through. The 5th one sitting to the north of Barcode's base. I doubt he's going to be able to grab that one, but 4 Regnant's relics is going to be more than enough for Corvinus at this point in time. I mean, that's going to be 8 relics worth. And we see here, still an idle TC. And Barcode isn't able to make villagers. He's that low on food right now. He can't make villagers. And now this is a perfect opportunity for Corvinus to use the last unique upgrade here in the minework, Steel Barring. Or Steel Barding, sorry. And this gives knights +2 melee and +2 ranged armor. It's kind of like a imported armor for the Malians. Obviously not as good, but, you know, this affects knights. And knights, they're pretty good as they are. So we see there, Corvinus going to be dropping down even more stables. I mean, at this point in time, yeah, you can't just mass knights. The Malians, they're still stuck in the feudal age. So, yeah, we're just going to be seeing mass knights. We actually see another archery range being dropped down as well. So, it looks like we're still seeing archers, which, you know, I guess it works, right? Malian's still here in age 2, so I guess that does work. I guess that does work. But we see here Barcode having to do a little bit of market trading here as he's floating so much gold right now, but he's going to be selling or buying some of that food, and now he's going to be aging up here with a Fromba garrison. So having to pull 9 villagers there, I'm sure, I mean, he's going to need to pull a little bit more here as we see Corvinus. He's about to have that first ram. He needs to get this up fast. He's even splitting off a few workers. He cancels it. What? Why? Oh no, this could be terrible for him. This could be so bad for him because now Corvinus, he's about to have through the second ram. This wall's going to be going down ever so, you know, it only takes a few hits from the ram. And then we've got Steeled Barring Knights coming through. And these things do not mess about. These are just going to wipe through your economy here. Oh boy, this could be really, really bad here for Barcode. I mean, he was looking in a tough position before. But if this age up doesn't go through... Oh no, he cancels. He's almost floating enough to be able to age up to 4. But he's not even in age 3 yet. And as we've seen there, now he understands how much he needs to get up this age up. 27 villagers. In fact, even more. Have a look at the amount of workers here. 36 villagers being pulled onto this landmark right now. That's more than half of his economy focusing on this age up. So he's going to be able to get this through. He needs to grab his upgrades too fast. But the problem is, he doesn't have much of an army here. As we see, you know, Corvinus, he's going to be making his way around the base here. Barcode just doesn't have much of an army. We see villagers form. So much of his economy right now is just in shambles. He's having to move up all the way to the north side of the map here to have access to gold, because he's out of gold over here. In saying that, he does still have gold, but, you know, this is going to get put under pressure here from Corvinus. As Corvinus is going to be running in here with the knights. They've got an extra 2 armor for ranged and melee, so they're not going to be taking as much damage here from the archers, especially the archers. Archers have 6 damage. Knights have 8. So, yeah, these archers here for the Malians, they do 1 damage a hit, and knights, they've got 230 HP. So, archers basically do no damage to these guys, which it's pretty good. It's pretty good, and that's all thanks to that mine work, giving those unique Holy Roman Empire upgrades, right? Corvinus, he's now looking to take out some economy as he takes the villager lead now, and he's still got 9 prelates out on the field as he's been making them here from the relic, or from the Regnant's Cathedral. So his economy is still as good as it would have been if he was with the Archon Chapel. But he's, you know, he didn't go up with that landmark and instead went with the mine work, where he could grab all of these unique Malian or unique Holy Roman Empire upgrades. And we see here so many villagers getting taken out for Barcode. Corvinus looking in such a strong position right now. He's up in economy. He's up in prelates, so his economy, you know, he's probably around the 80 villager mark right now when it comes to his effectiveness with these prelates in here. So, and his army value, it's about the same as Barcode. So Barcode is actually having a little bit of a comeback right here. But the question is, will he be able to keep it with the economic lead that Corvinus has right here? And we see Landsknechts making their way onto the field for Corvinus as well. Going to be able to do some great damage here, slicing and dicing. More and more knights are on the way. We see 6 more on the queue here for Corvinus, and still archer production is coming through here. This is looking rough here for Barcode. He's going to need to somehow find a way back into this. Maybe if he can pull off some great raids here, as we see. I mean, it's going to be hard. Corvinus has still up so many outposts with relics in, with fortifications through, with a springled emplacement. It's going to be rough here. And now we see Corvinus, you know, he's looking to take out production here. If he spots it, if Corvinus spots this, that is going to be a good game. So Barcode needs to be careful there, but it does look like for the time being, he's going to be able to clean up the ram, or the rams. It's going to be some nice army value taken out right there, as Barcode is going to be able to slowly even this game back up. But you know, we got round 2 on the way here for Corvinus. It's up to 5 spears, 6 archers, 6 knights in here. Fine work. He's grabbed most of the upgrades that he needs. Tier 2 ranged defense, Tier 2 ranged attack. Still lacking a couple. I mean, with the mine work, you really want to grab all of the blacksmith upgrades, as you know, they're so much cheaper. They don't take that long, so you know, always worth grabbing, especially that insulated helm. Because we see here Barcode, he's got primarily melee forces with Sofa and Donzo, so that upgrade might be nice for Corvinus here. But Corvinus, look at his, oh my goodness, he got the last relic. Wow, that is amazing right there. All 5 relics in the bank here for Corvinus. So that's the equivalent of 10 relics. That is 800 gold. Oh, yeah. No, wait. That's... Yeah, no, wait. That is 800 gold a minute right there for Corvinus. 800 gold a minute. That is huge. He doesn't even need villagers on gold. he doesn't have villagers on gold. Have a look at that. And behind this, he's going to be capturing up sacred sites as well. So, you know, that's going to be great here for Corvinus. Doesn't have to rely on mining gold whatsoever. Wallo's going to be coming down as well, pushing back the Sofa. Sprung replacements going to be able to take some nice shots, but at the same time, Corvinus going to be pushing in here on the front line. We see here, Donzo's going to be trying to get a nice around him, but we got a few Landsknechts in there, slicing and dicing those Donzo. Not that many archers in here for Barcode, which means Corvinus just going to have to completely wipe up the army here. Then, you know, what goes from there? He goes into the economy, and we see Barcode realizes that, and he's going to call it a good game. Corvinus going to be coming out victorious this game with the mine work build, with the feudal age Holy Roman Empire archers as well. Was not what I was expecting, but we see he takes the win. Oh, what a game. If you did enjoy this, please do feel free to leave a like, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.